right. Sorry about that. The street sweeper has been going around the block for at least 4 hours. For just no reason, and recycle finally got picked up so I could bring it in. All right. So this is a bit of a custom mod pack I've been working on. It's a bit of a scattered mess. I've got stuff for create post-production, a bunch of create like compatibility mod or but add-ons, not compatibility. A bunch of create add-ons, which is really nice. I also have Apotheosis, which I've messed with a bit of Apotheosis before, but I've never gotten fully in depth with it. I've never actually like gone all the way to end game Apotheosis. Although I think the developer Shadows has actually made it so that there is progression instead of just being like I want to say like a year ago, it was enemies could just spawn in that would be like different tiers. There's like common, uncommon, rare, legendary, mythic, I think. But it was like, I don't know, it's epic was the top one. An epic boss could spawn within like 10 minutes of you starting the game. Which is really, really kind of broken. But I also have stuff like sophisticated backpacks for storage. There's also... Oh, I forgot to remove that one. So there's small ships, which I will probably be using if I need to cross an ocean. And... Oh, I need to double check the name of it. Oh, no, Modrith has decided I'm not allowed to type anymore. See the name. No, there is enhanced celestials, which means there will be blood moons occasionally, which is something I regret a little bit. What was it? Yes, I said small ships, there's immersive aircrafts, and the Man of Many Planes add-on for it. Where is it? Am I on page 6? There it is. Swashbucklers, which is a different mod similar to small ships. I only used one of them and I wasn't particularly sold on it, but that was mainly because of the environment it was in. All right, we're waiting for go. This is for 1,000 days. So I did have a lot of worlds there because I had to do a bunch of testing. The initial one, I originally had continents, except because of a different mod that I also have, consonants was actually really bad and messed everything up. I think only thing I'm going to do here is turn on bonus chest, just because that will help me get started and you will understand why. All right. New world. I don't know if they changed it, because if they made it so that bonus chest has a chance of a backpack, I have not seen that, but that would be neat. But I have like Terralith and Tectonic, which means I'm getting like real custom biomes, and wow, that's unfortunate. Okay, where's the bonus chest? Oh, yay. They put the bonus chest in there. Okay. So, a lot of recipes flashing by right now. Gonna wait for it to... Okay, so I have Grace from Cold Sweat, which is a temperature mod. And as you can see, even though I'm not in the snow, is that real snow? Oh, it's powdered snow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, hang on. Gravel desert, that's a bit of a concerning term. I'm gonna... I see mangrove leaves over there? Okay, blue orchids. I'm gonna need some... Oh, it's mud. I'm gonna need dyes at some point. Oh, mangrove, okay. But yeah, cold sweat means I have to like keep in mind, I have to like monitor my temperature and take care of it properly, which is honestly kind of working against me in like every world I have made, because I will constantly spawn in either a very cold place or a very hot place. And with cold sweat, you want an area that is like temperate and like not super hot or super cold. That's another thing we're gonna do. Calendar. I will never craft this because it shows the accurate time there. While we are in early spring, that is not fully accurate. Or no, it is fully accurate. Why is that not breaking? It is the correct like season and like in day in the season. I will never need to craft it. Dang, I was hoping to get mangrove now, so I wouldn't have to get it later. Okay. Blueberries work just like sweet berries do. I really need to get... I need leather and I need wool. Oh, thank you for helping me, wolves. That is not leather. That is leather. Is another one? Oh, right there. Yeah, it looks like we should have a somewhat temperate area just to the north. I have a minute and a half to get really, really warm really fast. That's not great. One thing I did have to, like, I've had to adjust a bunch of stuff in configs. Jeez. Because the thirst, originally in order to regenerate health, you had to have full hunger and full thirst. But then if you went to the nether, your thirst would drain at triple the rate it normally would. And that's really bad. Burning magma. Yellowstone biomes must be like... Oh. There's magma. Okay. Magma is how I kind of cheat the start most of the time. Ooh. I think I got this just in time because Grace just ran out. So I will probably end up having Grace a lot. It's whenever you first spawn or anytime you die and respawn, you will have, I think, 5 minutes of Grace where you aren't affected by temperature. It's really annoying to need it because that means that you died. Here, I just want to grab a bunch of magma because like, obviously I got really cold there and I need to warm up. There will be other times where I need to get warm, and if I place magma throughout a base, that will keep me warm and that will help a lot. So I think to remember this is here. Spruce. Lots of spruce. Ooh, just clay, okay. Unironically, tulips are actually going to be very useful for the lime dye whenever I need it. But I need leather. Oh, did that change apply? No, it did not. I need sand. Sand or some fruits, or is that the village up there? Cool. Okay, might be all right. Okay. Now I can. So I also have. Okay, so it's create. There's also create encased, which is a bit of a weird one because it lets me cheat a little bit at some early game stuff. As for instance, if I look for depots, there's a few versions. The creative depot is functionally the same as a regular one. It's just, this is purely aesthetic. There's no getting, like, creative mixer doesn't run on its own. Creative press doesn't run on its own. You still need all the stuff required for it. There it went. Good to see village. Why did I hear? Okay. There's Farmer's Delight, because Farmer's Delight is always useful. Are there anything else? Loaves. Okay, they just blocked off this house. Grindstone. Hoping for some chests. Chests for crafting tables. Okay, I've got food. Rice. A little more wood. Was there a chest in here? No, there's not. Is this the entire village? Oh, there's one more building. Hello. Asparagus seed and one iron nugget. Eat the bread. Okay, good, that change did go through. I do need to get something to drink very soon. Oh, apples give it, but I can't eat it right now. What do I need? Basic tools. So I can't do the old bowls. Why do I have red sand? I don't have iron for that. It's freezing outside. This is my trick for early game. Is so long as I can find magma, that's just how I deal with it. Need one more piece of leather. Are there any cows? No, it's only sheep. Sheep, chickens, like a spider. This zombie over here is real. And it gives me rotten flesh, then I might be fine. And I'm dying of thirst. Though that will drain hunger. Hopefully. Okay. Stop dying. Yes, rotten flesh. Good. And an iron. Okay. Need to get back to crafting table. Oh, why did the zombie have to... Why? And this is the problem with Thirst mod, is like the damage I'm taking is doing knockback. Oh, wait, I can't do anything with that yet. I need one more iron. I don't have it. I have one sand, and that's not enough. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Because in Terra Firma Greg, all I needed to do was find a river, take a drink. And here, actually, the... Oh, that's so dumb. Okay, well, should have just accepted my fate. So Terra Firma Greg, it was really easy to find the like fresh water and to drink from that, and it was real simple. You're not allowed to drink directly from a water source because it's going to be deemed either like it's dirty, slightly dirty, acceptable, or purified. Purified is what you want. I need sand. I need to make water bottles. And I need to be able to use the water bottles to like bottle water, and I have to boil them to get everything cleaned up. Alternatively, I could use clay here to make, was it terracotta bowls? But the bowls aren't great. Like the bowls are only used for water. They don't, like, you can't use them with like Farmer's Delight to turn them into other stuff. You only have like those bowls for water. That is it. No other use. I need to grab some stone. Oh, hello. Why are you... How did you already spawn? We aren't... Don't tell me there's a... a boss dungeon right next to us. Oh, it's here? What? That's not great. All right, so this is Apotheosis. You get random drops. For instance, is what? Toast Brodark, the Pig Thief's Blast Forged Cowskin Hauberk of Stubbornness. So Blast Forged is what's giving the explosive damage is reduced. I don't feel like Pig Thief might be leaning into the luck, and Stubbornness is what's giving the knockback resistance. Although 60% reduced burn time means that if I catch fire, I am not going to be on fire for as long. Then again, that's probably coming from the fire protection 4 there. But the fact that he came... Yeah, okay. So normally when those guys spawn, they'll be like lightning strike, then you'll see them through the ground and like they'll be glowing. There's also these, which are special dungeons. And the special dungeons are mainly for just like they'll have a boss spawner in the middle of them. Dang. Don't need wheat seeds. I have pumpkins elsewhere. Let me head back into the building because I can make my backpack now. Okay. Shears. Offhand the wool. Here's my leather. 3. Tan the rotten flesh. All right. Chest, leather, string. How was it? I can upgrade this either into iron backpack or into a copper one, which has 5 rows instead of the 6 from iron. But it is a good like starting point. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So now I can open here. Just a bit of advice. If you're ever going to play multiplayer, just disable that one. Like, don't let people steal from your backpack. If you have like a backpack that's you're gonna have like full of like healing potions and food, and your friends are allowed to take from it, then you can do the backpack on its own. But just disable that one. Like, do yourself the favor, disable that one immediately. All right. Grab crafting table. Stone. I don't put the stone away. That's the problem. Okay. All right. There will absolutely be times where I just throw down the bed just because I don't want to get that. If I die, I don't want to end up having to like run all the way back. Should have slept while I was still in the house. I didn't need to replace the foot of the bed again. All right, so take care of that creeper. Then we can actually no, creeper's mind its own business. That's not the best speed. Are there any other horses nearby? No. All right. Those. Okay. Zoom out again. There's a it's a larger village right here. All right, so I do have. Well, I think the whole thing that this came from is was it create easy structures. I don't intend to live in one of them. But having this as just a way, like a little like starting off point will be very nice. Oh. Spyglass. Generic leather boots. Compass I will want for later. If I can get a silk touch axe or silk touch anything, then I'll come back for those. And this one. More emeralds. Apples and potatoes. Toolsmith. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of smiths in this little area. Good. Just instant upgrade to iron. Copper ore I don't really care for. Are there any fences? Right there. This is a very overgrown graveyard. Is it a birch tree? Cleaned that up for the villagers. Okay. Just wanted to check in case they had a chest hidden anywhere in here. Where? Why is your door here? Not a great place to have it. It's just waterlogged. Oh, is this just an inn? Water bottle. That's part of what we were looking, what we've been looking for this whole time. Okay. What's another one? I'll take honey. That's pretty good. All right. Free bucket. Melons are actually going to be crazy for this. Getting melons in the beginning is a bit of a struggle. Because melons are one of like the few foods that also gives like a whole bunch of thirst back. So like melon slice gives more thirst than it does hunger for a good reason. Hammy melon from Fruits Delight also does the same. Big thing is melon juice from Farmer's Delight gives a ton. Then Hammy melon here also does, but I don't know. It gives a little bit of hunger. I don't know if you're allowed to eat this when you're at full hunger. But making a juicer from Expanded Delight and then adding in some sugar. So it's 6 iron, a barrel, and then you just get to make it. I don't remember what the original recipe is in Farmer's Delight. I think it's like a bottle, a melon slice, and a sugar. It might be like a bit of snow. Yes, this isn't the best, like... Actually, no, this is the castle, so it should have some defenses, although this is... I guess, to make it hard to push in? I would ring the bell, but then they're all gonna run around like crazy. That's... I do actually need a bunch of that stuff, but I'm gonna leave it there for a minute. If I can find 6 more iron and 5 more gold, then I could just upgrade my backpack to gold level instantly. One more slice. Though I should probably be... like, if I had more storage, I'd be able to take everything. Mainly because, like, candles are going to be useful for apotheosis enchanting. Hang on, let me... Don't know what he was looking at. Is there another chest on top of this one? No. Can I? There we go. There's probably one on this. This feels like a larger tower. Nope. Up at the top of this, there's probably something. More bottles. Good. Projectile protection. Food. Always nice. I may actually just set up here. I need 2 pieces of coal. Oh, is the peak of it? Dang. Have I been... Oh, this is where I went up, and then like I saw this before going up further. Oh, do I have a piece of flint? Or a piece of gravel anywhere? I can get a bit of flint so I can make a knife. That does feel a little, like, a little rude to be digging up the block their door is built on. Really? There's no gravel? Is there... There. Ah, there is a copper knife. Okay. So yeah, copper is going to help save me a lot in the beginning here. Just by being able to make like the copper machine parts. Where's it? Down here. So copper gearbox, copper vertical gearbox, mixer, press, depot, chain drive, and adjustable chain gear shifts. Means that a lot of stuff is much more reasonable for me to do. Like that's just enough gold to make gold backpack. So I just need the iron. I think there was a bunch of nuggets here. That's enough for an ingot. But I need 5 more. That is most of a portal. Hello? What? Oh, please don't spawn me on top of the lava. Okay, I wasn't sure if the carpet was all the way up against the foot of the bed. But yeah, if we look here, the candle, Arcana +5. Yeah, so it's 1 1/4 for each candle in a bundle, and all of them together gives me 5. So this is part of Apotheosis. The way Apotheosis, oh, hang on, I need to, hang on. Overlay's getting in the way. Yeah, that one. Stick it there. You know what? I have honestly been fighting that part of the overlay for so long. I don't need it. All right, so it gives Arcana, or any candle, not just black candles. Any candle gives Arcana, And the really good part of Arcana is there's 3 key stats. If I look at just shelf, if I look at, okay, right here, Pearlescent End Shelf requires End Shelf, End Rods, and Ender Pearls. This gives 10 Eterna, 7.5 Quanta, 7.5 Arcana. All 3 of those stats max out at 100. And you can actually just search. If I want only things that affect Quanta, I can just search for that. Mob heads give it, with Wither Skeleton Skulls being the best with 10. A lot of the Nether Shelves give a bunch. The B shelf literally just maxes it out on its own. So it's literally just make that, and then that just gives you 100. But Quanta is the swinginess of enchantments. Of it's like, if I go for level 30 enchant and I have 15% Quanta, 15% of 30, so that's like 4.5. The enchantment I get can be 4.5 levels up or down from 30. So if you want like crazy good enchanting, then you want really high Quanta, but you want to avoid the downswing, which is what this comes from. Quantic stability just prevents you from getting negative amount from Quanta. But Arcana is for how rare, like how often rare things show up. So for that, you want like the sea shelves. They give you more. Like Heartforged Sea Shelf gives you 20% on its own. So like one of the Nether Shelves gives you a little bit. The Echoing Deep Shelf gives you a chunk. Soul Touched Skulk Shelf gives you a little bit. Yeah, Echoing Deep Shelf and Echoing Skulk Shelf both give you a little. End Shelf gives it a little bit. Pearlescent End Shelf a little more. The Stone Shelf is actually for, like, the Stone Shelf and like the Melon Shelf are for trying to control like how crazy high the numbers are getting. And then there's the Deep Shelf of Arcane Treasures, which lets treasure enchantments start to show up. The problem is this is borderline endgame stuff. Like gold, like this is create and it's Minecraft. Getting all these is fine. And getting cracked deep slate tiles and books is fine. It's this part. They add infusion, which is for some neat stuff, like turning honey bottles into bottles of enchanting, carrots into gold carrots, letting you craft tridents and then make them real. It goes from just item to actual trident. But what we end up getting is infused stuff. So there's like the infused shelves, turning block of amethyst into budding amethyst, which you need for that special one. But you have to like manage your 3 stats. And like the stone shelf here, the like minus 7.5 Arcana is right here. So this is one of like the most like crazy busted things here. Charms. So the charm is just you make 3 of a potion and then you get 6 blaze powder and then you just have the charm. It just gives you the potion until the durability runs out. You can... Oh, I thought you could enchant it and get like Unbreaking on it. But this isn't Unbreaking, this is Infusion. This makes it unbreakable. So when you look at the Potion of Flying, which is a potion of levitation with a popped chorus fruit, potion of I don't know why that's giving me water. I think that's thinking a config file in Thirst. So potion of levitation, which is from corrupting potion of slow falling, which is just phantom membrane on awkward potion, which if I go over here, I can do all of that with Blaze Burner. Meaning all I need is getting that level 100. So 100 points of Eterna, 8.5 to 13.5 Quanta, 32.5 to 37.5 Arcana, and then you just have creative flight forever. It's really busted, but you have to get all the way to the end. That's why it's level 100 enchanting. To get to level 100. Ah, dang. You need the Draconic Shelf. The Draconic End Shelf. Hang on. We do like 0, 0. There we go. So all of these are all the shelves that give you Eterna. So there's none of the ones that like take away any. Like the stone shelf and the bee shelf and the melon shelf, they're all missing. These give you Eterna. Yeah, Eterna. So the Draconic Shelf is the only one that has the max of 100. So you have to have at least one of them. Because right here, Pearlescent End Shelf, that gets you up to 90. Let's look at these other ones. 70, 60. These are all just chipped ones, which are the same as the regular ones. They're all max of 30. The Ancient City stuff, that all gets you up to 80. But the actual thing is like right here where it goes 90, jumping to 100, is they don't do infusion on end shelves. They just do, you have to have proven that you've gotten to the end and done stuff. But the Soul Touched Skulk Shelf and the Echoing Skulk Shelf, you need the Deep Shelf versions of those. But there's Deep Shelf and then there's Dormant Deep Shelf. Dormant, because you can just get Deep Slate. Like, it's not hard to get Deep Slate. They max that out at 30. But you need to infuse it. In order to infuse it, you must have at least 60. Because like, yeah, these don't like if you had a way of getting Endstone and the actually no, yeah, that's it. So they do End Shelf. Yeah, that's how they do it. So you need End Shelf, which requires infused Dragon's Breath, which requires infusion enchanting on Dragon's Breath. Requires level 80, which you can only get if you have the like top tier Ancient City stuff. And then you need to have done this in order to get the End Shelf. So you need top tier Ancient City stuff. But to get the top tier Ancient City stuff, like you need to have killed the Warden or either of them. And then you need to infuse. You have to have infused, which requires at least 60. But right here, Deep Shelf gives you up to 70, but that's the thing you're making. Previous level only gets you to 30, so you have to get either the Heartforged, like the top tier Ocean Monument stuff, or the Nether stuff. Getting those gives you access to starting to get the Ancient City stuff, but in order to get like the upper tier of the Ocean Monument and Nether stuff, you need infused, which requires level 45. which comes from the lower tier versions. Now, funny thing here, they did give you a way to make pufferfish. All right. All right, I did burn an entire in-game day just explaining that. So, part of that, like, that is just to show, like, even though it would be neat, I can't just rush an ancient city to get, like, all the way to the end really fast. Like, I can't even just rush to the end. I need to go through these tiers because we have this, the world stages. So Apotheosis adds these of there's Haven, Frontier, Ascent, Summit, Pinnacle. This is just increasing levels of difficulty. So right now, Haven is pretty much normal Minecraft. But yeah, here's our rarities: common, uncommon, rare, epic, mythic. So anytime I find an enemy that has like an Apotheosis boss, these are the rarities I'm gonna find. Like almost 2/3 will be common, about 1/3 will be uncommon, and a tiny amount will be rare. And similar numbers for finding gemstones to socket, but there's no augments. I need to get legs, boots, and then a hand item, or like an item that I just equip in hand, in order for me to get the next tier, which will make things more common, which will make good stuff more common. Stairs. Oh, hello. I do need to grab any water I could find. There we go. Now, one thing I did change in the configs. So, if you bottle directly from like any water source, you get dirty water. If you bottle from flowing water, it will be 1 stage cleaner. Oh, shit. No, it's gonna get washed away by it. These will float. Does it get washed away? It doesn't, but it didn't contain it like I was hoping. There we go. So this is flowing water. And flowing water, I did tweak this in the config. It is more acceptable, which means now I have a way of actually getting decent water. The main trick for later. So the thing I'm planning on doing is that Builder's Tea. Not even about the getting haste off of it. Literally just because that gives a lot of thirst back. Hang on. Yeah, it has to come from this, from mixing it. Which is going to require that I get stuff like... Jeez. I'm going to need to get stuff like like leaves, milk. I'm gonna need like smart pipes, right? Yeah, smart pipes, which is gonna require electron tubes, unfortunately. But the actual nice thing is these. So I have the drilling machine from Create Ore Excavation, which requires a bunch of stuff that goes into it. Lets me get, if I find a emerald vein, I can get emeralds from it. This is, I think in the nether, I can get gold. I can get redstone, glowstone dust, also in the nether. Zinc, lapis, nether quartz in the nether, as we saw. Gold in the overworld. Diamond. Ancient debris. It is 1 in 5 chance whenever it mines, but it does cost a bucket of lava every single time. Problem is, it spawns in the nether, which means that's really easy to do. Coal is overworld. Then there's hardened diamond, which just gives you, so the diamond, redstone, and emerald all give you raw versions. Redstone you have to crush, but emeralds and diamonds you have to use a saw on. The hardened diamond just gives you a chance at a regular diamond as well, so you get more and you don't have to automate 100%. But the stuff we want are like copper, iron, coal for the beginning. Then stuff like gold, quartz, redstone. The main problem is in order to start using that, so the recipe for the drill is huge. And also if I go at ore, there's also the fluid well extractor, which has one thing. And it is, I think, the least useful thing ever. Now I'm like 99% sure this is meant for like mod pack devs that are gonna make something with like interesting liquids going on. Like if I wanted to make like experience wells, this would be something for it. But I need this, the ore vein finder. Eye of Ender, not absolutely insane. Amethyst, but then deep slates. So I need to find Silk Touch. Now one thing I would like to do would be to start rounding up the villagers. But I want to check. I don't think I looked in this building yet. It's just a greenhouse. Okay. But I think there was an Apotheosis Tower somewhere nearby. Who are you? Was the one way over there? I don't think that's a tower. Where am I? Okay, those are, those are hawberry trees. Persimmons, okay. Andesite, that's an illusioner. That's a tower. That's what I was thinking of. Did I make a brush? I did not make a brush, but I do think I have all the parts. Really quick. Oh, there's a blast furnace in there. What? That away. There was a stone cutter outside. Put away that. Did I really not make a brush earlier? Stink. Wait, no, I need to make the... You grab the stone cutter. I really shouldn't have chosen the absolute highest point. Every time I come down the stairs, I try to walk into this room. Okay. Stone cutter right over here. There is one thing I want to do before I go trying to find Apotheosis Towers. And yeah, sleep is technically one of the things, but it's not the big one. Turn that into slabs. Armor stand. I think it was this. Oh, it didn't even need the pumpkin. Just that. Down we go. The thing I found out about the dummy mod yesterday. There's the dummy. You're able to like test your DPS. You give him a banner, he gets a boss bar. And then he actually does take like total damage. Yeah, he's gonna break there. I do wonder if he takes damage from standing on... Oh! Campfire. So yeah, he's just passively taking damage. But yeah, there are a lot of other things in the config for this guy. One thing I found is... What was it? There's an option for... Like we're saying like, oh yeah, like you're training, you're like getting practice in. Every time you hit, like gain XP. Which was really, really broken because like one like one crit with like a stone axe would give you like a couple levels of XP from nothing. Oh, hello. All right, do need to find a chicken. Out there. Actually, what is this? Oh. No, I already came in here, didn't I? Yeah. Food is good. Oh, hey, feather. That's actually everything I needed for brush. Do I get a crafting table? Yes, I do. I'm gonna dump some stuff in the chest. I don't need to carry melon seeds. I don't need to carry a lot of this. Okay. Did this guy become a fisherman because I exposed the barrel? Okay. Dang, they've got 2 graveyards. I just noticed. Another one that's like top left on my map. It's like you can only see like the corner currently. I don't know why I'm going this way instead of just climbing up immediately. Everything's just so overgrown. Oh, greenhouses. That's glowberries, lilacs, moss. I can get honey from that. Doesn't say there's any bees in there. Then again, if I found some bees, I could just bring them in here. Yeah, there's another one. It's just a house. That? Oh, that is one of the towers. It's just right next to the village. So yeah, you'll find item frames, 2 chipped gems in the samurai, chipped solar, chipped slipstream, then bookshelves galore, and a trapped chest. Free diamond. Aqua affinity, I think, is the most useful thing out of this. I'll have to come back at some point later. Mainly just because you will get so many. There's 4 on the way up, and then there's those ones. And if you go to, like, if you keep like finding these on the map and heading over to them, you will end up with so many gems. But then remember, they're all bad right now. Which does technically mean I would be better off not, like, exploring the world currently. Right here, this is a thing I discovered is, I don't know what mod is adding these. That's just like a bunch of these little spots that have suspicious sand or suspicious gravel. Do I need glass panes? Dread lamp. And that's it. That is light blue dye, which I already have from the swamp flowers. Gold nugget? Dang it. I was trying to let it go back in. Let's see, it's like forest and nothing else. Okay. But yeah, it's like these little guys. Where we're like very small little spot with like typically like a little bit of brown in the middle because it'll have a decorated pot like right here. Ruined portal. I think that's all what's like actually close by. Now, as one note, I do have it's like corrupting portals, or it's like it makes nether portals spread, which does lead to what was it? I think if I like, let's say I broke these two and I completed this portal. Not oh, I didn't even notice that. All right, so if I completed the portal, it would start spreading to the area around it. So like this like block of stone would turn into I think it turns into netherrack. So it turns into netherrack, and it'll give me like, some like useful stuff. Because let's say I took actually as soon as it got to the gravel here, like it would spread, hit the gravel, and the grass and the gravel. Or no, I think the grass will turn into netherrack, or grass will turn into crimson nilium. Gravel will turn into soul soil, and sand will turn into soul sand. Meaning I could just light a portal and never go into the nether, and I could get everything other than like a blaze burner from Create. I'd have access to so much stuff just by doing that. Oh, actually, I forgot I have that. Yeah, I will probably be spending a chunk of my early zinc on making my andesite alloy, because until I get a iron farm set up, iron is more important. That is that actually? Hang on, because like Terralith and Tectonic, I know like one of them adds a ton of biomes. This is a lot of andesite. It is. In one of my test worlds, I had spawned on a mountain. Like I went down the mountain, ran around a bit, explored a whole bunch, and then looped back north because like I hit the coast. It was like, imagine if like this was the mountains, I went south instead, hit the coast, and then turned right, and then I went back up, and I was like within 200 blocks of spawn. But when I dug down, I just found that I was over this biome here, andesite caves, which means I don't need to go like hunting for andesite. It's just here. There's just a whole biome where instead of stone, it is just andesite. So this is very steep. Oh, I forgot. It's raining. That's a lot of zombies. Hang on. It's raining. I do need to keep in mind that there's mobs around. But you can just look up and drink water. Yeah, I guarantee there's not enough dirt. Just give me back that one. Is there even enough over here? Is this area too thin? Because I don't know how stuff like Terralith has affected like grass being on the surface. That might be a... Oh, it's a gem. But yeah, just... The items will... Oh, I need to go stand by the portal for a second. Items will drop, like just like the gemstones and just generic items will drop so consistently that a lot of the time I will be trying to get rid of them. Fortunately, with gems, like they're actually like the start of the way to do it is with the salvaging table. You want to get the gem dust, which you get from throwing the item on the ground and then dropping an anvil on top of it, which normally destroys items, but this is how you change it over. So one thing that would be nice would be a like if like sophisticated backpacks had a like brass backpack. So like normally the upgrade path is iron, gold, diamond, netherite. Then for specific mods, they added an alternate path of copper, silver. Like it was like copper, silver, diamond, netherite. It would be nice to have a... That's not good. It's very bad. Yeah, this is one of the frustrating parts for Cold Sweat, the temperature mod, is when you get very cold or very hot, you start taking damage. However, when you get really cold, you also get slowed. So you get slowed down just because you're cold, and if you're hungry and slow, which part of that was just because I didn't eat, but if you're slow and hungry, and it's a lot worse if you run out of thirst. Because if you ran out of thirst, then you have to start just dealing with tons and tons and tons of like thirst damage. You get really slow, and it was really bad in the Nether, which is the whole reason why I changed it. Because going into the Nether and then running out of thirst within maybe a minute was just insane. But yeah, it was it was really obnoxious before because I would like literally I would enter the nether and then was it so the way that okay, so the what like the temperature mod cold sweat is different from thirst. Thirst adds literally just clay bowl, terracotta water bowl. That's all it adds, but it adds a bunch of stuff that does integrate. So it adds like the thirst on builder's tea and water bottles. And also if I got a bucket of water, that also has a like purity level. There's also interactions with cold sweat. And cold sweat mainly deals with stuff like there's like ice resistance, so it's resisting cold. Fire resistance gives you resistance to heat. So like if I drink a fire resistance potion and I go into the nether, then it being really hot won't have any effect on me. Like Grace here, I will still build up the effects, and if I didn't turn off the visual effect, because there's like by default there's an option where it's temperature effects, like temperature visual effects or something in the config. When you're overheating from like heat stroke, your vision gets like blurry and like the mouse, like your cursor will just start like looking around and drifting. So like if you're in the nether and you're walking on a bridge over lava, you're gonna get really hot really fast. So then you're walking on a narrow bridge and then you just walk off the side. I didn't want that to happen. And that happens even if Grace is still active. It's because this grants immunity to temperature-based damage, not to the effects. So I turned off the visual effects because when you're cold, it does like the normal thing that Minecraft does when you're in powdered snow and it just like shivers. Like the shivering was fine. It's like the ice that goes on around the edge of the screen. That I left on because that's fine. Or like, or rather, that visual effect is going to happen no matter what. But I don't care about it. But it means that getting ice resistance is going to be very nice. To get ice resistance, I need the soul sprouts, which means I actually want to spawn in a soul sand valley. Because the way cold sweat works is regular fire is hot. Soul fire is cold, and if you're wearing leather armor, you don't take damage when you stand in soul fire. It'll just cool you down. And I think that's actually because it does like actual cold damage like Minecraft would. So it tries to do actual cold damage, but it just doesn't work. And like right here, you see I have 4 purple bars on helmet and boots, and I think 6 on chest. That means I've got, what's that, 14 points of like resistance to like to hot and cold, but the resistance to hot and cold is it's half of what it would be if I had just direct cold or direct hot. But I'll be right back. Oh, I am back, but when I came back, game crashed. Okay. Well, it restarts there. Let's find out. Is music working? There we go. All right. Concerned for a second there because it went like not responding, then came back. All right. I think first step before we do anything else, I need to gather all the villagers into one area. And I'm gonna do that. I need to decide which house they're all going in. Honesty, this one's probably fine. All right, if I do I have any slabs? No. Let's do that. Am going to make sure this area is like maximum lit up. Let's place these. Okay, we got a villager in the barn. Come here. You go there. There's one around this way. Ah, it's two in the inn. Okay. Come here. Because in part, if I'm going to make the castle my house, I don't want villagers wandering around constantly. Because constantly having a in my ear is going to be a little annoying. I hadn't even noticed that giant overhang. Okay. So there's one more in here, probably two in the building next door. Oh, he's upstairs. Okay. Oh, I forgot this eats hunger and thirst. So yeah, we did learn a bunch of interesting things a little bit about Carrion. Because like I'm not gonna like you can shift right click and then like you can like pick up a mob and then place it on a different one as long as they're the same size or smaller. So like I could pick up the pig here nope, and put the pig on the other pig, or put the pig on any of these because the pig is the smallest. But you can't put, like, the cow is larger, it's not allowed to go on. Cow is larger than sheep, but cow is not allowed to go on sheep. You can stack up, like, as long as they're the same type of mob, and villagers are all same type of mob, they can stack up forever. The problem is when you do that, whichever ones are on the top of the stack end up being embedded in the roof, and then they suffocate. Because at the same time, if I did... Oh, no, because these guys get turned into, like, items, I think. They stop fully existing. Hey. Hey, no, sir, come here. No. They stop being... Like, they stop existing in world. You can pick up players. And when you do that, you just, like, hold them in front of you, and if you walk into a wall, you're holding them in front of you, so, like, they start suffocating. It's really funny. But what was it? We'd found, like... What was it? Oh, hello there. At the very least, by using stuff for... Why are you standing here? There should be... Hang on. Is it possible that he's... I'll need to keep an eye on it, because one thing I have seen in, like, other mod packs was, like, if a bed was in a corner, sometimes when you got out of the bed, you'd just clip through the wall and be outside suddenly. We do that. Hopefully make sure he doesn't clip out. Okay. 4 more in the lower part of town. Hello there. But oh yeah, so using a, like, connect to your friends, like, single player world sort of mod, like Essential, or I forget what, like, Essential isn't updated yet, so I have a different mod that does it. There was like just enough desync that, like, if 2 people were trying to pick each other up, like try to, like, spam doing it, one person could see the other person, like, on top of them, but they weren't actually. So, like, I'd picked up Michael, but he thought that I was sitting on his head, not me carrying him and walking around. I guess I can purify a water bottle? Actually, here, let me get them all to acceptable. But yeah, builder's tea is going to be very important. So, like, stuff, I need to make a mixer. Oh, you need a blaze burner for that. Take 2 of them, let the rest of them run. I'm gonna start getting the villagers out of the castle. But in my first world where I was testing this, I had, what was it? I had continents, and, like, I got a little screwed over. Hello. I've gotten a little screwed over, and so continents, the whole idea is that it makes like actual continents, so your world feels more real. What? Oh, it's upstairs. Because in Minecraft, there are no continents, or rather, there are no oceans. Every ocean in normal Minecraft isn't actually an ocean; it's just a very large lake, which kinda ruins. Like when you realize that, it feels less like interesting. I may need to start putting them into the other green building as well. I should see what. I don't think I went into this one because I don't remember going into the tower. Ooh. Just iron shovel, okay. Oh, if I'd grabbed that, I wouldn't have needed to go back to get it. Yellow dye. Some regular basalt. Well, I feel bad for whoever was here, because that's not a very good bed. Why? Ooh. Chipped. That's not the worst rarity. Is this another one? Is this one as well? No, that one was real. Okay. Gonna put. Okay, I just need 3 for the bottom. All right, that is another house ready. How many are still in the lower half? There's one in the inn, one outside the building my horse is tied up by. Oh, wait a minute, I can do that. Hey, horsey. That was not what I wanted. I mean, it'll work. This just feels really weird. Like, being a little bit faster, but also like FOV being like the. All right, is this the villager in there is the last one, right? Yes. Oh yeah, one thing I'm gonna have to struggle with later. Squids first. I don't know what mod is doing it. Squids move insanely fast. Like on their own, just idling around, they're perfectly normal. As soon as you hit them, they go flying away. And they will continue flying away for a while. Hey, who lives here? Oh, these are acceptable ones. Well, that's string, so I can make another backpack. Alright, so it's the guys inside the castle. How many others? Looks like 3 in a house behind it, and then the guy in this greenhouse and the other greenhouse. And then a guy in here? Where's the door to this? Is this Shepherd? Does he realize he could be a shepherd? Or is he like looking at a job block inside the castle? I think... I'm gonna talk to... Jeez. Breach. Piercing. Oh wait, they can't leave. Or that guy couldn't enter. They can't leave this because villagers are like fully 2 blocks tall and the single pixel of carpet is enough to keep them in. Okay, I might just bring all of them over here instead. Because this is a lot larger and I'm not going to end up like stacking a bunch of them. Power, candles, bookshelves, book and quilt. That's something I need. Unfortunately, I need 2 of them. For the Quantify key from storage drawers and the Orvane Atlas for create or excavation. Would this be a decent way in? Yeah, let me make my stairs here. So how do you manage this, buddy? So yeah, I want to place them in there, but not on top of each other. Yeah, the fact that that just works is crazy. So let me grab this. Or is he in the building? I'm above him? I need an empty hand, so I have to just drink the other. Sir, how did you manage this? Oh, he came out the door. I can't make it up this. Alright, so other than the 2 or 3 in the castle and the one that I'm guessing also wandered out of the castle. I think I'm closest to the other buildings currently. So you get to go to the tower. You can stay here. It all depends on the other guys not walking out the gate. All right. Almost got all of them wrangled. Just those three. And then all the villagers will be secure, and I can start remodeling castle. At least I can start clearing out areas so it's actually usable. Oh, is he leaving? Hey, he's coming to me. Hello there. So all what's left is, I think he's a fisherman. Because he like bonded to like the barrel by the targets. Hello, you are, oh, he's a leather worker. Okay. You are the last guy. Man, if I had one particular enchantment, I'd be really excited to see him. See, that's the one part of the door that is not door. Absolutely, I will take that. I think I have... Actually, take a second one. Because... So this one's alright. Zombie spider, 5 zombies, 2 spiders. Zombie villager, 3 zombies, 2 spiders. I get hay bales and cactus and sugarcane bamboo, carrot, potato, apple, beetroot, and then 16 of most sapling types. Has a small explosion if I fail, and finishing all of them, I just get a bunch of mobs. But that's fine. But I'm not going to go for that right now, even though I could. Overworldian Knights. Yeah, dungeon loot rolls, and like you get like a bunch of zombie, skeleton, spider, creeper, witch loot rolls. Oh, that's doing wave 4. So you get loot rolls for like everything that shows up. Then throw in witches. A lot of good stuff there. This. So the Enderman one. Okay, so it's 3 Endermen. I believe the Endermen are slower. If the Endermen get the minus 20% move speed. But it's, you kill 3 Endermen, so you get 3 Endermen's worth of drops, and then you get 15 more. Then you kill 3 stronger Endermen, and you get 25 more. Then 4 Endermen, and then 35 rolls. 4 Endermen, then 45. It's right there. 35, 45. That's already, what, 80? Plus 25, that's 105, which means the key rewards is just finishing all 5. You get another 100 on top of that. which is why wave 5 gives XP instead. But that's Eye of Ender, 4 Ender Pearls, 4 Amethyst Shards, and then it's just 4, 7, 10, 14. Oh, wait, hang on. I went from wave 5 again. 3, 6, 10, 14, 18 Endermen. Yeah, they're getting stronger every time. But they cap out at 35% increased health, 5 armor, 50% faster attack speed, 20% knockback resistance, and 20% speed. If I get sweeping edge and sharpness, then I just sit under a 2-block high roof and I'm fine. If I had another emerald, I'd probably grab another. Just because the gates. So there's Blaze Gateway. So like Blaze, Enderman, and Slime are the 3 basic ones, where it's literally just those are 3 mobs where you want to get their loot. And like if you have like Blaze and Enderman ones, they pay for themselves. Like Enderman, you just need to know where an Amethyst Geode is. Blaze, you just need to enter the Nether and grab 12 Netherrack. But these ones are literally just meant for farming their materials. If I make if I make a single fire resistance potion and I get through these fast enough, the blazes will deal probably no damage to me. I could also just make an ender chest right now. All right. Let's see. I don't like these. I'd rather get rid of these and have another row of stairs and get rid of the edge of this roof. Those doors are just going to stay open forever. That feels weird. I think this is meant to be like prison, like interrogation spot. Like this doesn't feel like the most amazing spot. In fact, I could probably just lower this by 1. Get rid of trapdoors for a second. There we go. Just need a block there. That feels a lot better. Actually, if I grab these stairs, I can actually keep the old pattern. That feels a lot better now. Can I even use these for anything? It's like, oh, Where's all the casing trapdoors? And oak cabinet. Hmm. Yeah. With this, just the whole area is actually usable. Actually, if I tear this down. Even better. All right. I will use these nuggets that I've gotten just because they are nuggets already. I need chest for the start of the workshop. Hang on. That good. That will always be warm enough that I can sleep. Just try to use those up. Hopefully that works. Good, I can actually sleep. Although during summer, that's going to be a bit of a mess. Actually, where are we at? We're at day 10. Does that match up here? Where is it? Local difficulty, isn't it? Local difficulty day 9. Okay, so F3 starts from 0. I'm... Ooh, hang on. So it's 28 days per like season segment. So 28 times 12. Oh. So it's gonna end. So the 1,000 days is gonna end on like year 3, late winter, day 20. So I'm gonna have to have like something to like mark when I've gone through full years. Get these all together. I'm not going to turn these straight into bread. I'm going to wait until I have millstone for that. But does feel like a really solid spot to have my mine entrance, although that is assuming... Oh no, I know the andesite's over that way. I need to mine this way. Alright, I'm gonna start mining just on the side now. have... I do have sticks, good. Alright, now we can see... So actually, one of the like biggest threats to me like staying organized in this is actually if the... What was it? So Apotheosis has like boss mobs that'll spawn. There's Andesite Caves. So Apotheosis has boss mobs that can spawn with like just really good loot. Sophisticated Backpacks adds in their own version where it'll just be mobs wandering around with a backpack. I am nervous about how close that creeper is. But mobs with backpacks, I think they can have like a chance of being up to gold, I think. Dang. I have 2. If I just smelted my my zinc down, would have been fine. I'm willing to bet there's no copper pickaxe. Yeah. If I just slightly more. One issue that does stem from like going through Andesite Caves is once we're in there, there's no cobble. Meaning until I hit, like, I think until I hit Deep Slate, I will not be getting anything I can make a pickaxe out of. Yeah, at some point I do need to replace bottomless stairs. Oh, what? Get the coal, because I need... If I can actually place torches and have the torches stay down, it'd be very nice. And again, I'm really nervous about how close that creeper is. That should be enough. Now, one thing that is kind of just why like map mods like Journey Map are really really powerful is being able to like look around and go here like, oh, there's oak planks and deep slate. So there's probably a mine shaft here. But where there's definitely a mine shaft is right here. And there's something going on here in this like lush caves. There's a giant lava pool. But being able to look around on the map is really, like, it's part of why, like SMPs don't usually have mini-map mods like this. And if they have any like it, they don't let you have the, like this sort of one where you can see, like, the cave layers. But yeah, the Andesite cave, like, biome is really weird. Because like normally, like if you're in, or rather I think this is before caves and cliffs, before we got cave biomes like lush caves and dripstone, you'd just be mining, and that's like, oh, like here's stone and stone and stone, here's a pocket of gravel, here's a pocket of dirt, and then like pockets of andesite, diorite, and granite. This whole area is just andesite. There's no granite or diorite. It's all andesite. And purely because I learned that this biome exists is the entire reason why I added Nature's Compass to this pack. Literally just as like in case I didn't happen upon it again. There's the deep slate. I was like, if I didn't happen to build on top of andesite caves again, so I'd be able to find it to like set up a mine on top of it. Or a big quarry. And remember, dormant deep shelf, that's just deep slate, which is 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 just cobbled deep slate. Like the most complicated part of making these, like of making those tiles, is smelting the tiles to crack them. Like right now I'd have enough for 5. That's a lot of zombies. I think they're... Because this guy's at like same height as we are. 17. Yeah, using minimap mods really makes a lot of stuff way too easy to spot. Because a while back, I've been trying to work on like making a mod pack. We're just like picking out like a bunch of mods to put together for like my own like personal pack. And like I had gone into a cave for a second, like I stepped under a block. It swapped to cave mode, and then I could see I could see ancient cities. I could see where like the end portal was. It's like here, that looks like mine shaft. This looks like it's also mine shaft, but yeah, gravel caved in on it. Yeah, lush caves, some magma. I've found a trial chamber. I didn't even realize that at first. If I ever find like an oddly square room, that could be a monster spawner. Like minimap mods are really powerful for a reason. Because like even the fact that like I was able to spot like the big group of zombies together, that means like there was a cave there and possibly a spawner. And like there's a zombie over there somewhere. Don't know what he's up to though. Negative 27. I forget where like optimal diamond like mining level is. The fact that I haven't hit a cave is surprising. No, yeah, there's a giant cave full of lava right there, and I may actually, yeah. That's 2 chunks. Yep, yeah, one negative 55. That was visible all the way from here? Because for this to be showing up, that means there has to be air here. Okay, so we're back to the surface. I'm gonna like deposit a bunch of blocks, then go check that out. Or deposit blocks, sleep, then go check that out. Because that is either a gigantic, because we've been able to see that for a while. I zoom out. Like we're almost at the surface and we can still see it. Like we're at the point where we can see the lower half of the village as the surface, but not the top half of the village. Onto that just for whenever I decide to go for Nature's Compass. I need to hop on my horse. Where did my horse go? Oh, there it is. Like 9 jump heights. 9.27. There's one on the other side. Sweet. Sweet berry bushes. What's your speed? Okay, this one here is the fastest. It dismounted me into tall grass, so I couldn't right click on it again. There we go. All right, let's get over there. So there's some cave opening around here. There's another village. Okay. I think this might have been... Ah. And it's just the one. Okay, no, that's probably not the opening. There's the beam. So there's some cave that has like a decent amount of... It looks like there's a decent amount of light coming in. I don't think it's this. I'm just gonna dig down. There it is. Okay, I think closest we can get is over here. I'm about 2 chunks away. Because like just the fact that it's visible means either it is insanely tall and when I hovered over it, it was telling me where the bottom is, which would mean that I just have the perfect spot and just have access to infinite lava, or this is just an insanely tall cave that just has lava at the bottom. So is it full of lava, or is it like almost like lava just at the bottom? Going by the fact that I'm not getting overheated, I'm gonna guess it's just insanely tall. Insanely tall. Yeah, it's far enough that the item isn't loaded anymore, so it can't give off light. That's real crazy. Means I actually have reason to make rope from Farmer's Delight. Dang. Okay. This looks more like a lot more like a vanilla village. I don't know what that thing is. Oh, it's a copper golem thing. This is from Friend and Foe. I don't think I actually need to keep saplings in there. Because wait, on the map there's another one over that way. There are 3 Copper Golem demos. There's 3 of them. Ooh. Can I? So this is... Oh, hang on. I was gonna say this is otherwise a normal village. They've got Farmers Delight compost. There's also 2 beekeepers. Both of them want dandelions. What? Oh, those are buttercups. You want dandelions. Okay. Yeah, they're from Friends and Foes, which adds in all the old mob vote mobs, because like there's Copper Golem. We saw like Rascal and Glare in the caves. I'm not sure where the Isolager is supposed to show up, because I don't think I've seen them in like an actual like proper biome. Hey, I got a question. Can I? No, okay, good. I was hoping there was gonna be a way to like use a knife to scrape the stuff. Ooh. I don't know why this is here. Honeycomb is worth more than 2 arrows. That makes me wonder if the... Oh, what's the wrong way? That makes me wonder if the beekeepers actually go over and harvest the honey from the hives. Because, like, farmers will harvest crops. I don't think any other villager types will actually do stuff. Like, yeah, they'll go over to their profession block, but they won't actually do anything with it. Like, clerics aren't brewing potions, leather workers aren't washing leather. Oh, I left the lead behind before, didn't I? Alright, let's sleep. I do have to wait for a second whenever I do that. Because from over here, like, I've got the like full frost on like the Steve face above my level. I think both because it was night and because I was still wet from the rain. It didn't go away until I stood over here, where now it's just fully gone. Okay. What did I need this for? Waxing everything, making candles. All right, beehives, that's it. Beehives and making cobwebs. Because Apothic Enchanting, I forget if they make it so that cobwebs will just remove enchantments. But I know for sure they made it so that this will remove curses. So if you enchant your stuff and Like if you got like a really, really good drop, because like my chest plate, protection 4, fire protection 4, and reduces explosion damage. Explosion damage increases my luck and makes it so that I burn for less than half the time I normally would. Let's say I had like a diamond one that had a ton of really, really good stuff, but it wasn't enchanted yet. Apotheosis also adds life mending. Consumes... Oh, that's different. Consumes received healing. Okay, that's been changed. Life mending, I think it used to be you think it would deal damage to you for it to heal, instead of being you like now this just means you drink health potions and it like you just drink health potions and it repairs the item. Okay. So I need to do and it's really unfortunate. That means I'm going to be using copper. Hang on. No, I can still get a gold backpack without, like, I can get a gold backpack, and a iron pickaxe. Okay, put those away. Give me the 2 sticks. And take off the backpack. Copper backpack. Only needs the 4. And now I got a ton more space. Alright, so... Iron pick. Let me go grab... Like, actually grab the stuff I have up here. Let's take the barrel. And place it there. All right. So whole reason I did that, so I can make these. Because copper casings would make copper depot. Do I have... It's hand crank planks or logs? I hope it's planks. Planks, good. Yeah, the real problem is I still need a block of iron in order to make the press. Because even if I do copper one, it's still a block of iron. Although there's also create dreams to desires, which adds hydraulic press. The hydraulic press, so it's compared to like mechanical press, it is meant to be like more intensive, but it will do an entire stack all at once if you supply it with water. Which means whenever I make that, because all it is some copper, which is really easy to get, and then copper and a barrel, I should make the andesite one because I can't use the copper one to make, like, I don't have access to the, like, if I hit use on this, I get card inscriber from things in MISC. I'm not going to be messing with that. And hydraulic press, I hit use on copper press, nothing. Now they don't have any, it doesn't have a ponder or anything yet. But I think that's just because they've updated a bunch of stuff. This was supposed to be dreams and desires, but now it's dreams to desires. That might just be, that might be that the old devs, or the devs of dreams and desires didn't want to update to this version, maybe. All right, so I also want a basin. So let me stick that over here. So depot, basin. I need to get enough iron to make the press so I can then make iron sheets. Then I need to go back over to the nether portal to grab a bunch of netherrack so I can make blaze burners, so that purely on the off chance that when I make another portal, because if I make another portal and I'm just instantly like perfect scenario, I think is go through nether portal. I mean, it's go through the nether portal and I find, like, I spawn in a soul sand valley right next to a blaze spawner in a fortress. Because if that happens, then I can just grab soul sand for haunting stuff, go to the blaze spawner, like, get all the blaze burners I need, and then come back. And then I don't need to go back to the nether much. I do need to remember, so I need Silk Touch and Geode. Did I see any geodes? Okay, there's one there. Because whatever's going on here, so it's deep slate tile stairs, but it's still saying highland biome, not deep dark. It's a whole trial chamber there. That means this is probably the entrance. Because this looks like it's connecting to like stairs that are going down to here. And then this is just a really tall room. Then connects to everything. I think I have a, oh, that's powder snow. I need to make sure those doors are closed. Honestly, I should also just block the doors entirely. Because, like, yeah, these ones, they should be fine. The one with the village, or not the villagers, they all have villagers. The one with the librarians, They keep opening the door because they're trying to get to a bed. Now even though this area is definitely dark enough, do I have a... No. Let me run back to the top of the building. Which, oh yeah, even if I stand here and I'm plenty warm and I could sleep, you may not rest now because of the current lunar event prevents it. Yeah, the blood moon is just annoying. Anyways, so with my shaders, I have it set so that when I hold a spider eye, it will show me spawnable spots. So even though all of those are yellow, like that just means that at night a mob can spawn there. And the red is even during the day a mob could spawn there. Notice how, like, north side of town, nothing has spawned, even though I'm not, like, I'm close enough that stuff could spawn, but I'm not, like, I'm close enough stuff should be spawning. But now look there. We're not spawning until you're, like, pretty solidly out of town. And that's just because I really like this mod. Actually, here, let me... It's a lot easier to see if I'm looking directly at one. I think it was in here. Yeah. No hostiles around campfires. So it means if a mob, like, walks in and, like, follows you, I think it can get close just fine. But hostile mobs cannot spawn near campfires if they... What was it? If you placed a campfire while hostile mobs were nearby, the hostile mobs would all catch fire. But I think I'll be ending it here. I will probably be mining a lot. And then... Honestly, I think I need to look into... What do I need for hose pulley? Okay, that is... Other than needing a copper sheet, this is very reasonable. Whenever I come back, I may end up with tapping the mantle. Just because this huge lava lake, if it is actually large enough, that could just be a source of, like, if it's large enough that that's considered infinite, then that's really good, and that just means that, like, I'll shift my workshop a little more this way. And then I'll just be building in this area next to town instead of taking over the castle. Because if I can just have infinite lava at my base just immediately, that will be fantastic. I'll be able to do like blaze cakes. Okay, so blaze cakes, there is I don't remember how long this lasts for. I think it lasts for as long as 3296. Okay, so I think, is this fit it's supposed to last 3 times as long? So this is from Create Deep Dark. Adds in a whole armor set that gives you resistance and strength when you wear the full set, and a sword that gives darkness and weakness. It's like, looks like it should be pretty good. What's that? 8.3 1.5, 8.3 1.6. So this is a little slower, but it makes your enemies weaker. So technically this would mean that I could hit a zombie villager 1 time and then immediately give it a golden apple. to cure it. Ooh. Forgot about that. Because yeah, this is part of what blood moons end up being, is it is cold, and I then stand next to the magma to stay warm. Uh, ba, ba, ba. I'm gonna do that. And I think that's what I need for it. Boiler. Oh, I can't. Okay. The boiler is one of the blocks from Cold Sweat. It's meant, like, this whole like row of stuff in here is you'd make water skins and fill them with water, put them into a boiler to heat them up, and then if they're on your hotbar, they will warm you. There's also the ice box where you put in ice and it cools them down, and then the idea is you would have that on your hotbar to stay cool in the nether. Though this does very slightly warm the area around it. But yeah, if I don't have supplies, blood moons do tend to just be me standing here. But yeah, because like every house in the village has a campfire on the roof for the chimney, nothing can spawn in the village, even though it's dark. Anyways, I think that was everything for now. I will probably be like mining and getting some stuff. Hopefully I will actually be able to replace this with a real depot, because right now it shows just copper depot in case, like, create encased up at the top here. If this was a normal depot, it would tell me, hey, there's 16 copper ingots on it now. But ideally I will try to like start making my, actually yeah, so between now and next time I'll probably find out if that's infinite lava. Hopefully it is. I find out if it's infinite lava, hopefully it is, and then I will also work on what was it, also work on a iron farm. Yep, this will be where we end it. Actually, let me end it from the top of the tower there. All right. So, have a good one.